By the end of this video, you will have a custom 5-step healthy screen time routine designed to make device transitions smoother and reduce the frequency of meltdowns in your home. But before we build that routine, we need to establish one core prerequisite. We are not going cold turkey. Abruptly pulling all devices triggers withdrawal and builds resentment. We are going to rely on a slow, steady reduction. Shifting away from unregulated passive device usage and designing an intentional digital environment is how you reclaim your family's shared focus and your own sanity. Step 1 is identifying your child's exact daily limit. We built this baseline directly from expert pediatric guidelines. This chart breaks down those biological baselines. For infants and toddlers under 18 months, the rule is strict: 0 screens allowed, with the sole exception being a video chat with family members. As the focus shifts down to children between ages 2 and 5, we introduce a cap. The limit here is a maximum of 1 hour of high-quality programming per day. For older kids and teens, pediatricians recommend the 5 C's framework. The most critical C is preventing screen time from crowding out essential developmental activities like sleep, homework, or outdoor play. Young brains are highly susceptible to cognitive overload from fast-paced media. Adhering strictly to these biological limits protects their neural pathways and ensures they learn to process the physical world at a healthy, natural pace. Step 2 moves away from counting minutes and focuses entirely on physical space, establishing 3 non-negotiable device-free zones in your home. The first zone is the dinner table. Watching a screen while eating disrupts a child's natural fullness cues and silences his conversation, destroying a critical daily opportunity for family connection. The second zone is the bedroom. As this scientific visualization illustrates, when blue light from a screen hits the eye, it acts as a hard stop signal for the brain, immediately shutting down the production of sleep-inducing melatonin. The final zone is temporal. You need to enforce a total cutoff of all screen usage 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, allowing the nervous system to naturally wind down. When you enforce these 3 specific boundaries, you eliminate the need to constantly argue. By making these spaces entirely screen-free, the physical environment does the heavy lifting of enforcing the rules for you. Step 3 targets the screen time you actually do allow, changing the specific method of how it is consumed. Look at this illustration. Personal tablets are highly portable and hyper-personal. Handing a child their own device encourages them to retreat to a corner and consume content in total isolation. To solve this, you upgrade to the big screen. Shift all permissible viewing away from handheld devices and onto the communal living room television. Once the show is on the main TV, sit down and practice active co-watching. Ask your children questions about the characters or the plot to transform passive consumption into social engagement. Centralizing screen use in a shared physical space pulls digital media out of the shadows. It stops operating as a solitary emotional crutch and becomes an intentional, shared family experience. Step 4 is about mastering the most volatile moment of any routine, the exact second the device needs to be turned off. We use the warning, timer, choice method. You start with a 5-minute warning because a child's brain neurologically requires that buffer period to process the upcoming transition. When the timer rings, you give them a bounded choice. Use the exact script shown here. The timer is off. Do you want to press the button, or should I? This gives the child a sense of autonomy over the shutdown process. If a meltdown does occur, do not return the device to stop the crying. Using a screen as an electronic pacifier directly stunts their ability to regulate their own emotions. Utilizing bounded choices during difficult transitions builds long-term emotional resilience by teaching children how to manage their own reactions to a boundary. Step 5 is where we look in the mirror. This entire system fails if parents are actively phubbing, snubbing in children by staying glued to their own screens. During designated family time, place your own phone in a basket or a drawer. You have to actively model the physical behavior you are demanding from your kids. When the screens are removed, your child will eventually complain about being bored. Let them. You need to allow them to experience that discomfort because boredom is the birthplace of creativity and independent play. Modeling digital discipline and allowing space for boredom forces a child to look beyond the screen for stimulation, gradually resetting their behavioral expectations for the day. You now have your 5 pillars: establishing biological age limits, protecting strict device-free zones, utilizing communal screens, mastering transitions, and modeling your own behavior. The payoff is just a few weeks away. Once this routine sets in, you'll see improved sleep, peaceful transitions, and a child fully re-engaged with the physical world. But consistency is the only way to unlock this reality. Write the rules down, hold the line, and subscribe to this channel for more evidence-based family wellness tools.